So that's about global actions. Now let's talk about another type of action, which is okay. So I've created an action which will help me create a student, and now I want an action with the help of which I can also give the ratings to students fast, right? How I can do that? Can I create a global action for that? Why? So it should be selected. There should be an option to select that student over there. Like if we can create a student, give a rating from a tab while selecting a student, we should be able to select it from action as well. Exactly. So you'll not find rating in here. Why? As a target object. Because it's a child or a detail of another object, and there's a parent-child relationship. So you cannot create global actions for the records which are there on which are there onto the detail side of a master detail relationship. So for that, what we need to do is we need to create object-specific actions, which will only be available onto that particular object. But first, let's see one more thing. Onto this accounts page, I'm able to see this. Okay, no, not this. Okay, let me do one thing. I'll go to student, record. I'm only seeing the buttons. Where are the actions in here? I'll create an object specific action. I'll create an object specific action later on. But first tell me, where are the actions in here? Is there any action in here? That's a button. There's no action. Like the actions come like this, right? When you open a record, actions are coming up like this. Okay, तो कर देंगे तो आ जाएगा. Okay, listen to me. So by default, the actions will not be visible onto the page layout. So for that, we have to do something, and that something I'm just gonna show it to you. So I have to enable feed tracking onto that particular object in order for the actions list to be appear on the top. So I'll go in the setup and I'll write down feed tracking, and I'll click onto it, and then I'm going to go to student object, and I need to enable feed tracking for it. And let me tell you what is feed tracking. So whenever a field's value gets modified, a post should get created automatically that this user changes the field value for this field from this to this. So I'll select it for initial fees or fee deposited. And where is initial fees? Initial fees or email. If someone changes anyone amongst these, a post should get created automatically. So I'll hit save. So once the feed tracking is enabled, the chatter feed will automatically come over here. You can see this. Can you see this? This is coming up automatically because I have enabled the feed tracking onto this particular object. And now if I'll edit the record and I'll change the name for Cook Mobile to Cook Mobile. Oops, age. Okay, by the way, did you guys saw that age is required, but on the action it was not required? Why? Because it is required on this page layout, not universally. But if it would have been universally required, then we would have to enter over there on the action as well. Now you got the difference? Okay. Sahil Sharma changed student name from Quick Mobile to Quick Mobile on this date, this particular time. The feed automatically got created, right? Oh, okay. I thought who was the one who's joining so early? Change student name from Quick Mobile to Quick Mobile, and what else? Yeah. So in order to in order for the chatter feed to be available onto the page layout, what you need to do is you need to enable feed tracking. You need to enable what? Feed tracking. And once you enable the feed tracking, the actions will be available over here. Now, but still, the requirement is half done. We've only got the feed tracking in here. We need the rating action to also be there. We were talking about that rating action. No, we want to give ratings fast with the help of an action. So we need to create an action, and that action cannot be global action. Which type of action do we need to create? Object specific. So how to create an object specific action? We'll go to setup. We'll go to object, and if it is about lightning, then we'll go to object manager, and we'll hit student, and then I'm going to go to buttons, links and actions. Similarly in lightning, you've also got that buttons, links and actions over here, and the actions that you will create over here will be object specific, not global. So see, if I'll hit new action, can you see any difference in this and this except the sidebar and the top bar? No, both are classic inside, so there's no difference. Okay, now let's create a record. We are getting rating, we are getting student in batch, not every record. Why are we getting course in here? No, why? Because it is not related to student directly. Only the records which are related to student object will come over here. Got it? So if I'll select rating, I'll select create new rating. What is this? Exactly. Whenever we create an action which is for creating a new record, an action layout also gets created. And you need to just specify the fields which will be available over there. These two are required universally. That's the reason they are here. And then we'll add this, and then we'll hit save. Okay, so the action is created. Now it should be available onto the student page layout. Let's see. Let's see. I'll go to student. I'll open this. Is it coming? This new rating is coming somewhere? No, it's not coming. So where will we go? We'll go to setup, and we'll go to, don't write it down, publisher layout, and we'll edit this. And now what? Exactly. So this publisher layout is to control the list of global actions, not object specific actions. So where to control the list of object specific actions? Object manager, then okay, let's say object manager, then now okay, student, and then anyone in the chat? Page layout. Quick actions in classic publisher, Salesforce mobile lightning experience. So I'll override the global publisher layout. By default, the global publisher layout comes up. If you'll see, this is the global publisher layout. The actions that are coming up over here are derived from the global publisher layout. If you want to override it, Just hit this, override the global publisher layout on the page layout. And over here there are quick actions. We have got a new rating. Create new rating. We'll drag it and drop it in here. Similarly for Salesforce Mobile Lightning experiences, create new rating, drag it and drop it in here. And hit save. Got it? Now if I'll go to that particular student, earlier I was not getting any of the create new rating action. Now I've got a create new rating action. The student is already selected. How the student got already selected? Because we are onto the same record. We are onto that student record only. So it got selected automatically and will say, like, give any rating that you want to. A rating record got created, 10. See how fast this is. If you'll refresh it, there would have been 2 ratings associated with this. Got it? वापस बोलो क्लियर हो गया? श्योर मतलब पूछ सकते हैं, ऐसे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Okay, so you got it. There are 2 types of actions. First, second, in order to create a global action, or global actions appear where? It can be there anywhere, onto any page layout, onto any, they can be added onto any of the page layouts. And once you create a global action, what else do you need to create associated with it? If it is action layout controls what? Action layout controls what? The fields will be which will be available onto that action. And after that, you need to add it in onto the publisher layout, so that it should be available onto the home page as well as the chatter page, as well as those page layouts where the global publisher layout is inherited. Right now, what we have done is we have overridden that global publisher layout. But if on some of the page layout, if that global publisher layout is inherited, then in that case, global actions will be there on that page layout as well. And now the second type of action is object specific. Like how to create an object specific action. Set up page layout. Exactly. Set up object manager, then that particular object, and then page layout. I am asking how to create an object specific action. Buttons, links and actions, and then new action, and then enter the information, save it, and then you have to add it into the first action layout. First action layout, select the fields which needs to be there, save it, and then page layout, and you have to add it into the page layout. Didn't got you. I mean, I didn't got you.
First we go to page layout,
Mm-hmm.
and then take the object we want to add it, and then override the global publisher action.
So basically, yeah. So we'll go to that page layout. We'll override the global publisher layout, and then we'll add the actions from the palette, whichever we want in that page layout, and then it's done. Got it, everyone? It's easy, right? Very much. Any questions, anyone in here or in the chat? Because we're done with actions. It's so much in a day, right? We'll revise it. Bahut hard? No questions? Nothing? Not a single one? Okay, I have got a topic that I can explain you guys, but I need a complete class in order to explain it to you. So I'll not move on to that topic, because if I'll move on to that topic and if I happen to start it, then I have to complete it, and it will take at least an hour for me to complete it, hour or even more than that we do not have today. And that'll complete this chapter. And once the chapter gets completed, what happens? So you'll get an assignment today itself. So you want another assignment today? All right. So we'll complete it tomorrow. The record type. The next topic is record types. But meanwhile, what we're going to do is we're going to revise all of the things that we have discussed today. So which chapter it is? You guys also have to keep your hands on the keyboard and type in type in the answer of whatever question I'm asking. Fast. So which chapter? Why do we use it? To control the UI without writing a single line of code, just with the help of point and click tools. Okay. The first topic, page layouts. Page layouts are used for. Give me a second. Are you guys able to hear me? Because I didn't got any response from you. From anyone, not even from a single one of you. Let me know if you are there on the call. Yes, we can hear you. Okay. Even after saying it twice, that keep your hands on the keyboard, you guys are like so reluctant. Okay. Come to this place, we'll tell you. Okay. So yeah, next what? Give me a second. Chat. Okay. Yeah, page layout is basically used to control what? Detail pane and edit page of a particular object, right? How many page layouts can we create? Any number of it. A single profile can have how many page layouts associated with it? A single profile can have how many page layouts associated with it? Only one. A system administrator can only use only one page layout, either the student layout or student layout 2 or copy of student layout, whatever it is, but only one at a time. Okay. So this is true up till now, what you have studied up till now, that a single profile can have only single page layout. But with the next topic that we are going to understand, that solves this problem. This is a problem. A single profile can only use a single page layout. This is a problem. And in order to solve this problem, we can use record types for a single user when we want a single user to access multiple page layouts. So listen to this very carefully, very carefully. A single user, or basically a single profile, can have access to a single page layout. But if you want a single profile to have access to multiple page layouts, in that case, create record types. In that case, create record types. And record types is a topic that we're going to understand tomorrow or in the next class. Got it? Okay. As many, yeah, good. Then what's next? Then next is search layouts. With the help of search layouts, what do we control? The fields at different places. So there is one at lookup phone dialog or lookup dialogs. With the help of lookup dialogs, we control the fields which comes in the lookup dialog. Lookup dialog, right? And then there is search filter fields. Search filter fields control the search, like global search on which fields the search will happen. And search results control the which fields will be present onto the search result. And tab we control that, and list view we control the no the buttons. In search layout there is list view, and with that list view we control the buttons which will be present onto that list view. Got it? Okay. Then next, mini page layout. Okay. Mini page layout we control what? When we hover onto that particular record, the fields which are available over there, we control it with the mini page layout. And then next is okay. So then before that there is compact layout. First of all, before that there is list view. Why do we create list view? To view many records at once and view it differently with particular conditions as well. Like if I want to see the records, see the list of records who are registered in Java, then in that case I can create a different list view. If I want to see the records of students who whose age is more than 18 years old, then in that case I can create a different list view, something like that. And after that we studied compact layout. Compact layout is used for mobile app and as well as for lightning as well. Highlights panel. See, it's coming up over there. This is the highlights panel. So whatever you'll add it into the compact layout will be visible into the highlights panel in the Lightning experience as well as in the mobile application. So, and there are two mobile applications. One is Salesforce one and another one is Salesforce. Now the Salesforce one is rebranded as Salesforce application only, right? Salesforce one is used by business users and Salesforce A is used by admins. And what else? Yeah, Salesforce branding, you can set the branding and everything. And then actions are of two types. One is, another one is object specific actions. Global actions can be added anywhere, and specifically on home page and chatter page. And to add them onto home page and chatter page, what we're going to do, publish a layout. And like whenever we create an action which needs to have the particular fields, where do we select that particular action layout? And then after that, what? I don't know. Yeah, there's object specific action, and in object specific action, where do we go to create object specific action? This guy's saying, yeah, now I know this time. Set up object manager student, and then whatever the object is, and buttons, links, and action, and then hit new actions, and then create the action. And then there is again action layout. And if you want to add the objects, add an object specific action into the page layout, go to page layout, override the global publisher layout, and add it over there. But before than that, you need to enable the feed tracking. Exactly, that's what we need to do. And then you can add it over there, and then you can use it. That's it. You got it? Okay, now let's see whether we got the actions onto Lightning or not. Can you see the actions on Lightning? That's it. And by the way, so Lightning has got a problem with actions. It's very action oriented in itself, so it has got a problem with actions that we create. Sometimes it will show and sometimes it will not, and you do not have any choice. You cannot do anything about it. It's only showing quick student new rating. If I'll go to classic, there's no quick student over there. Is there any quick new student in here? There's none. Then
because इसलिए क्योंकि अपन ने particular student select कर लिया है तो उसके लिए ही अपन को बताएगा कि अंदर अपन ने कोई student का नहीं बताया।
So again, it's its choice. It's Lightning's choice which action it will show over here and which one it will not. I mean, we face a lot of trouble with this, and there's something that these guys are doing in order to solve it. Let's hope that it gets solved as soon as possible. New opportunity, new case. It was not there over there, and there is global action list is coming over here, by the way. So in Lightning, the global action list comes over here. Quick student is here, but why it is added in here? I'm not able to understand. I didn't added it into the into the global action. Yeah, it might be there. It might be there into the page layout. I think it is there in the page layout. It's there in the page layout when it comes to mobile actions and Lightning specific actions. Let's see. Object manager, the student, the page layouts, and it's there over here. Create new rating, and then quick student. If I'll remove this quick student, I'll say we are lucky enough that we have got this quick rating in here. But let's see if you all will be able to see it on the Lightning experience or not. If it is, then I think the problem is resolved from there and now. Save, refresh. Sorry, quick student is gone, but new contact, new opportunity is coming up. So yeah, it's okay. as long as it's coming up, but create new rating is still there. Make sense? This is how you need to create actions, and this is how you need to add it onto the page layout, right? And when it comes to Classic, you need to enable the chatter feed tracking. When it comes to Lightning, you do not actually need to do that. Is it clear? Good. Any questions, anyone?
So can you please go back on the
Back? It's the same. I need to go to Classic?
Yes, sir.
And then what?
Edit page layout.
I need to edit the page layout. Setup. Object. Student. And then now page layout. Edit. Now what?
So wait, just follow. So here, Classic Publisher does not have that experience tab. That's why it is not shaded. We have to add this.
I know we can add it over here, but what I'm trying to explain it is like it is working fine now, but sometimes it happens that it will not work fine, and we cannot actually do anything about it. Even if we have added into Quick Action Publisher or Mobile Lightning Experience Actions, even after that, sometimes it doesn't work. But today we are lucky enough. I think some of us or anyone amongst us is lucky enough that it is working in our org today. That's what I'm trying to explain. Make sense? Good. Any other question, anyone? I'll talk about it when I'll explain you record types. Up till now, you do not know anything about it. So according to you, there is only one page layout that can be associated to a single profile. That's it. Make sense? Anyone else? Any question? No?